Hello, 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 beautiful souls. I wanted to come on live and raw, just as I am. No filter, no makeup, just as I am. And I wanted to share something in inspiration, raw and real in the moment of what's going on in my life. And I want to really practice intimacy with you guys. Because so many of us, me included, we have these filters and we have these egos that we decide to lead instead of us just being raw and intimate and open with our hearts. And so I want to talk about, who are you really? I want to talk about mission. And I want to ask you, are you living your mission? Are you the version of yourself that is your soul? Or are you this ego identity that is this fake persona based off of trauma? And I want to explain this by starting off with a story. I was feeling so good today. I was feeling so good. I went to yoga. I was feeling empowered. And then I watched this live by my money coach and this woman who is phenomenal, who's been coaching me in my business. And she was talking about mission. And she said one line that just kind of dragged me through this deep spiral, where she said, when you're following your soul's mission, you will always have success. And it drove me into this huge trigger point. And I'm going to be raw, I'm going to be open, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have a lot of success. I have a lot of success in my life. There's a lot of things that I have succeeded in. There's a lot of things that I've accomplished. There's a lot of things that I've overcome in my life. And there's still struggles that I have. I've had this mission since I was a little girl to bring true unconditional love to this planet. True unconditional love and devotion and love of self, love of others, love of animals, love of our planet, unconditionally with no filter. Being able to look someone in the eye and say, you upset me, and I still love you. I don't agree with your choices, and I still love you. I feel hurt by your actions, and I still love you. You did me wrong, and I still love you. I am on a mission for every single person to be able to look at every single person in this world and love them unconditionally. That is my mission. I live for that mission. I breathe for that mission. And the truth is, dropping the filter, raw, real honest. The past couple of years, my mission has been all about money, success, business, getting money, becoming a millionaire. And I never lost my mission to love. Yeah, I haven't achieved the success of that. And I realized today, only through crying to Levi just now, that the reason I haven't achieved, let's be honest, I haven't achieved that $1 million yet. I've achieved success, but I haven't achieved the million yet. It's because that's not my soul's calling. It's not what my soul actually wants. It's not what my soul actually desires. The money is this phony ego perspective of me believing that the money can buy love. And the truth is, money can't buy you love. There's nothing you can do to be loved. Someone can't buy you enough gifts to love you. Someone can't buy you enough food to love you. Someone can't buy love. Love is not buyable. Yet, for a long time, I'm engaged now, and I'm engaged to Levi, and I love Levi, and God, I love him. I love him so much. And with that being said, for a long time, I wanted the money. I wanted the millions because I had this belief that the only way that someone would love me, the only way I could achieve marriage, the only way that someone could love me and want me and desire me is if I was a millionaire. I had that belief. I thought that I wasn't worthy of love unless I had millions. Well, I can honestly tell you guys, I'm loved and I don't have millions. I have his millions, but not my own. And the money is this fake identity of who I thought I needed to be loved. But my mission is love. And what this world needs is deeper intimacy. This right here, me being raw, me being open, me being honest, me being true, me dropping the filters and saying, this is me. My heart is raw. My sadness is raw. My hair is a mess. I don't have makeup on. This is intimacy. Intimacy is into me, you see. I am revealing the deepest, darkest, shadowy aspects of myself with you because I want the world to stand naked, just like I am, not physically naked, but I want the world to be able to be naked with their souls and say, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is what I'm good at. This is where I'm struggling. And for us to be able to drop the fucking mask that we are wearing and be true with each other. And, you know, I have made, and I share all this to inspire you guys. Because I want to inspire you to be free to do this as well. I want to inspire you to be free, to be vulnerable, to be raw, to be naked, to be intimate. And I am the type of person that I have to feel something. I have to feel something so deeply to know if that is for or if not for me. I'll give you an example. I had this idea that I wanted to be a homeless nomad. I thought that being homeless and giving up all of my stuff and living in a tent would bring me enlightenment. So this was years ago. I sold everything I owned. I moved to Sedona. This was before I moved to Sedona in a luxury apartment. But I moved to Sedona and I lived in a tent. And I thought that was me. I thought that's who I was. And I hated it. I cried every single fucking day because I wanted the luxury. I wanted the comfort. I wanted the home. I wanted the bed. And I thought that there was something wrong with me because I wanted a cushy, comfy life. And only in that experience did I realize I am a creature of comfort. I am a creature of travel. I love to travel. But I don't want to travel in a tent. I don't mind camping. I love camping. But I don't want to live in a tent. I am a creature of comfort. I want a cushy, comfy life. And I realized so often in my life that I have to make these big, I don't want to call them mistakes, but I'll say these very costly life choices. Very, very costly life choices to figure out what's me and what's not me. I'll give you another example. What led me to this live was I went upstairs to Levi. And I started crying and I said, Levi, why are we having a wedding? Why are we having a wedding? And he really couldn't answer. And finally he's like, to be celebrated. And we had an engagement party a week ago tomorrow. And last Saturday we had an engagement party. And everyone had a great time. Me and Levi put all of this energy into the engagement party. We repainted the house. We decorated the house. I cooked the majority of the food. I celebrated my own engagement party. And so we put so much energy into us wanting to be celebrated for our engagement party. And everyone left the engagement party and said, oh my God, that was the best party ever. We had a great time. Yeah, I felt empty. And I couldn't figure out why. After our engagement party, after everyone said that they had a great time, I felt empty. Why I felt that this wasn't home. Why I wasn't happy. And I realized today it's because our party wasn't intimate. It was celebrated by people who were lovely people, but people who we knew, bringing people we didn't know, and our house filled with people who don't know our soul, who don't know our goals, who don't know our dreams, who don't know our shadows, who don't know the struggles that me and Levi have. And him and I are getting married in Italy, and we originally said that it was going to be this very small, intimate wedding with only soul family and soul friends. Yet 40 people later, people have invites. People who don't know our soul. And I realized today that I make these costly choices when I don't want a big wedding. I don't want to be celebrated by people who don't know my naked, intimate soul. I don't want people at our wedding who don't know Levi's intimate, naked soul. I want the people who are at our wedding to be the people who have seen me hysterically crying over love. I want the people at our wedding to be the friends who held me as I cried over past breakups, to celebrate that I finally made it to my life partner. I want the soul. I want the love. I want the intimacy. And so I share all of this to show you guys that I'm not that different than you guys, that I'm right where you guys are at. And I share this because I want to ask you, where in your life are you allowing this superficial part of you to be a part of you that is not you? You are your soul. What is your soul? Who is your soul? Who are you really? Who is that place of home? Is the place of home within you? Is the home within you you wanting money? Is the home within you wanting a big wedding? Or is the home within you the true intimate part of you that only wants people who have seen your naked self? Not physically, but maybe physically. Is this resonating? I have made so many mistakes in my life because I didn't know who I am. Yet I sit here calling myself a mindfulness teacher, calling myself a meditation teacher, calling and teaching love. Yet there's so many parts of myself that I'm still discovering. And I'm going to continue to discover because it's never complete and we're always changing, we're always growing. But I want to encourage all of you guys to ask yourself, are you truly being your true, authentic, honest, naked, raw, intimate self? Or are you putting on a lens because of trauma? Levi, I'll give you one more example. Levi and I made this story on Instagram yesterday that then posted on Facebook about him getting a $1,500 amplifier. And then me saying, oh, well, I should get a $1,500 purse because you got a $1,500 amplifier. And I look back at that and I just want to cringe because that's not who I am. That's not who I am. I don't care about having a $5,000 purse. I don't care about having a luxury purse. That's a shadow aspect of myself. Yeah, I reveal myself to all of social media, this shadow aspect of myself. Well, what I really want is love. What I really want is freedom. What I really want is safety. What I really want is security. What I really want is, I do want to have the freedom, the stability, and the security to be able to be like, ooh, I like that purse. That's a nice purse. Ooh, the price tag's $5,000. Ooh, I really love that purse so much that I will spend $5,000 on a purse because I love the purse. Not, I want a purse because it's $5,000 and because it's luxury. That's not who I am, and I'm going to bet that's probably not who you are either. Yet, we all have these parts of us. Love has to lead us. Love has to be the way. Love has to be what we follow. Not the luxury purse. If you buy a luxury purse, you buy it because you love it. And so you will spend the energy on it. You have the wedding that is 200 people because You love every single person that is at your wedding. You live in a tent in Sedona because you love living on the land. Not because you think it's going to bring you enlightenment, or because you think it's going to bring you luxury, or because you feel like it's something you have to do. Every single thing that we do needs to come from a place of love. Do it because you love it. Experience it because you love it. Spend it because you love it. Be intimate and raw and naked with your soul. Be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, who are you really? And I say this, people, because I have made so many costly choices in my life by not being naked and honest and open with my soul and my heart. We ordered 30 save the dates because we were going to have a really small, intimate wedding. I sent out all 30 save the dates, and, one save the dates might had, a whole family on it. And then I just bought 10 more save the dates. I just spent another $40 on top of the other $100 and something we spent before on the save the dates. Because I wasn't being honest with my soul. My soul wants an intimate wedding. My soul wants the only people at our wedding to be people who know our soul and love us, not people who don't know us intimately. Yeah, I made costly choices because I was trying to be something that I wasn't. So, with all this being said, I'm open and I'm raw and I'm vulnerable because I want to encourage all of you guys to be open and raw and vulnerable. I want to encourage all of you guys. Today, I'm giving each and every single one of you guys a homework assignment to ask yourself in every moment, is this really me? Is this really my soul speaking? Is this really what my soul wants? Is this really what my heart wants? Is this really who I am? Is this who I am? Or is this not who I am? And if it's not who you are, ask yourself, why do you put on that face? For example, the $1,500 purse. I am not someone who needs a $1,500 purse. Some people are. But the version of me that said on my stories yesterday that I wanted a $1,500, $5,000 purse, because the lowest one is $1,500, the one I want is actually $5,000, is because what I really want is to be able to carry a lot of abundance. I want you to really take this in. My soul wants to be able to carry the abundance, not the money, but to be able to lead so strongly that I can carry every single one of you guys that are listening to this. I want to be able to carry a lot of stuff in a very luxurious, in a very stable, in a very secure place. Every single thing that we want, there is a emotional and spiritual and mental reason that we want it. That is not about the superficial exterior. The reason you want the husband, it's not actually about the husband. It's about an emotion that you may be feeling, of you feeling like you need support, or you feeling like you need a partner, or you feeling like you need security or stability. Get raw, get open, get honest with yourself. And I promise then you will be leading your soul's mission. Let's just pause. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. So, I lead you with the homework. What is your mission? Who are you really? Who is your soul? And a homework to get naked and raw and honest and vulnerable with yourself and with everyone else. Figure out who you really are and show that to the world. I hope you have a beautiful day, guys. I love you.